Brosplay! Hey, welcome back. What is the orange, brother?
In the top right?
The bright orange, what is that?
It kind of looks like a slug on the side of the mountain.
It's a butterfly.
Well, it's a butterfly.
It's a butterfly. Also, another really cool thing that would bore many people because they won't be able to see it, check out the thing that I discovered on our television.
You're gonna show something that can't be shown.
Yes. All right.
How?
So see the frame rate?
Okay.
All right. Now, check out this frame rate. Ooh.
Yeah, you know what's kind of funny though? I feel like that was lost on me just as much as everybody at home.
Well, see, the cool thing is that no one, it's not gonna be lost on anyone because they can't see it.
I guess that's what I meant. But I just am so not sensitive to that for some reason.
It's yeah.
Well, I can tell. Like if you were to sit me down and show me maybe 3 or 4 times, I could tell, but not the same way you can. As soon as you sit down, you know. Same
I see it
audio.
Immediately.
You hear something and you just go, that's wrong.
Yeah.
Which is why I always send things to you to get approved.
It's a gift and a curse.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's a gift for me because I don't have to deal with the curse side of things.
Like this burrito I just ate.
Oh, it's sitting heavy?
A gift and a curse. So.
Yeah, there's something about that where it feels like you can have a meal and not be tired unless you need to have energy, and then all of a sudden you're tired after the meal. Oh,
I'm not saying no. I'm just saying a burp came out and.
Oh, well, burping into the microphone is rude.
And yeah, that's why I stopped it. So that's why I call it a curse because now
stopped it.
I'm cursed. I'm cursed with the burps.
Cursed.
The beeps and the burps.
You beep sometimes, like when you back up.
Ooh, suburbs. It's a sitcom set in the suburbs about dudes who like to professionally burp.
Or about guys who leave their suburb homes to go get drunk in a bar. I mean, saying.
I wasn't paying attention, but
just saying. Bro.
So much has changed. It's been like what, 2 months since we played this?
Something like that.
And like a month since we've done any bros play at all. I have a beard. I have a new job. And I've watched many movies that I'd like to discuss with you right now.
Ooh, movies. I'm
not many movies, actually. I want to discuss one movie. Have you seen Central Intelligence?
No,
with
I have not.
Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson.
Funny?
Let me intro it with Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson and Kevin Hart.
That's what made me nervous.
I went into it thinking it was going to be trash, yeah, and it was really good. Okay, it's quite good actually. If you see it for one reason only. Okay. What?
I don't think any of that was
I was
effective.
supposed to shoot it, I'm pretty sure.
You were supposed to shoot it, the bombs were supposed to blow you up, and I don't think you were supposed to use it as a ramp.
Oh.
What?
What?
Fuck?
Am I shooting the mines? I'm shooting the mines, not the thing in the middle.
Oh.
Anyway.
I thought we started this mission before, did we not?
I guess not.
Maybe not.
What is happening?
I think you're high up, or...
What the fuck is going on?
No, it is the middle things you have to blow up. I just don't know why you can't seem to target them.
I guess
that's
I'm
pretty
supposed
effective.
to use that, yeah.
You might want to switch vehicles when you get a chance to.
Dude. Do I...
Do I look like I need a vehicle? Holy shit. Man.
Woo.
Oh, man.
Oh.
I think you
might they go off.
You might want to actually just restart this mission at this point. Because they gave us 2 minutes, maybe 2.5 minutes to do it.
Oh, this could take a while.
Oh, yeah, this is actually easier said than done. There you go. That'll do her.
Anyway, so if you watch Central Intelligence, do it for The Rock's character. It is so interesting.
What's the premise?
His character. They both went to high school together. Dwayne is a CIA agent, and Kevin was just the only nice guy to him in high school, so he trusts him with this super secret thing. But Dwayne's character is so strange and so well acted that I was like pulled through the whole movie just by like seeing what this guy does next. So he's one of those characters that doesn't take the situation as serious as he should, you know? So like he's kind of like a nerdy high school kid, but with the extraordinary physical ability
Of the Rock.
of the Rock and CIA training. So like at no point is he ever concerned about anything except for whether Kevin is his friend, and he has like pretty bad like self-confidence issues.
In a way, that kind of reminds me of Get Smart.
Really?
Well, he was like the super CIA guy. I guess he wasn't nerdy,
Wow.
but sounds somewhat similar.
Are you impressed with my move that I just pulled?
How you got up there?
Yeah.
Yeah, actually.
Because you're not supposed to be able to get up there.
Yeah, you need one of them little ramps, right?
One of them.
One of them ramps.
Give me one of them low ramp. Fuck you,
I watched,
Daxter. Take the gun out, you piece of shit. We're on a mission.
What's the name of the guy from Star Trek who's their medic? What's his real name?
Oh, real name?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know. It's tough because I've seen him in many, many things. I just.
I have known his name at times.
Mm-hmm. So, have you seen Doom?
Yes.
The movie Doom.
No.
So I finally watched it.
Mm.
I've known about it for a long time, and I always assumed it was going to be stupid because it's a video game remake movie thing. Anyways, so the premise is that they have to go to Mars because the whole point of Doom, as far as I understand, is that they discovered this ancient portal that can take you straight to Mars.
Mm-hmm.
And then while they're on an archaeological dig, they discover demons.
Right.
So they send the Rock and his team, who includes this other guy, and they go through the portal. And when they're there, they find these creatures, and eventually they figure out these. Can I give it all away? I don't want to give it all away.
It's a really old film.
That's what I'm thinking. So they find these creatures that they can't understand, and they eventually realize that those creatures are actually the scientists that have been poisoned, essentially, and turned into monsters.
So that's the twist at the end?
We'll wait till this fat dude stops talking. So...
Excuse me. He is either A, a thick boy, or B, a big boy.
Large boy?
He can't... He can be a large boy. I will accept.
Boy. Okay. So...
Okay.
So they figure out this thing that's going on with the scientists, and then they realize that what's actually going on is that they've seen the demon, but they're not actually fighting the demon. What the demon's doing is infecting all of the people and turning them into monsters.
Classic.
But what they figure out is that evidently the species that used to live there figured out a way to add a 24th chromosome to their DNA.
How many do we have?
We have 23.
Oh.
And they added this extra one that essentially made them superhumans. But what happened was, some people took well to it, other people did not, and they turned into monsters and killed people. So they give this 24th gene to the guy that I was just telling you about from Star Trek, because they find out that he's immune. So they give him this 4th gene, and instead of turning him into a monster, it makes him a superhuman. And then the movie literally goes into a first-person shooting
I've heard
section.
of that, yeah.
Yeah, it's honestly really cool because it's very similar to Doom. He's got the combat rifle, and he's just going around mowing people down. Big demons, little demons. He's just wrecking everyone, just cleaning house. And the Rock's character is actually the bad guy in that.
What?
He constantly wants to kill all the innocent civilians instead of trying to save them, because that's their mission, is to kill them. And he's totally against like trying to do the right thing at every phase.
Wow.
And then he gets infected and becomes like this horrible monster that tries to kill everyone.
I did not know that. He's on the cover of the film.
Exactly. So you assume he's the hero, but he's not. He's actually the antagonist.
That's crazy.
Yeah, so that one is definitely worth a watch, even though I just spoiled most of it. Still worth going and checking out.
Not real crazy, of course.
No, you know.
Pretend
movie
exaggerated crazy.
Yeah, exactly. It's like when someone says, "Oh, that's awesome." Well, kind of. It's probably just okay.
It didn't inspire awe, did it?
No, very few things inspire awe, and I say fantastic way more than I should.
You know what inspires awe? This giant guy on the back of my tiny bike. I was expecting you to actually be so surprised by it that you would stop your story, but you just seemed unfazed.
The fact that he's able to stay on when you lean is actually the most impressive part. He's got
That's the best part about it, yeah.
Got them thick thigh muscles.
He's a big
Just
boy.
Squeezing that bike.
He actually Daxter calls him something. Like, I don't know if he calls him big boy, but he calls him something like that.
Oh, okay. Daxter likes to chirp people in this game.
Yeah. Daxter's probably one of the greatest.
Thought you called him Dapster.
Dapster.
And I thought that would be awesome if he had his hair all slicked back. And...
Look at top hat.
Oh man. That'll be the fourth game.
Crimson
Jack
Guards
and Dapster.
are just trash.
The what? I hate that music. The
What?
music. What? You died.
How?
I think you only had 4 health left.
No, I had all the health left.
Really?
Didn't I?
No, I think you only had 4 health left, so that crash and explosion combo must have just
Oh.
set you off.
Oh.
Whoa.
Alright, that was very disappointing.
It would have been funnier if it just said you died. Didn't give you any... Like actually kind of did. It just
Like
said you
Dark
failed.
Souls?
Yeah, like what?
Dark Souls.
Dark Souls says that?
Yeah.
Does it?
Yeah.
Oh, right. In Dark Messiah, it says you lost.
You lost, yeah.
It doesn't even tell you why.
That
Take you to Brooder.
lady's fine. You see that lady?
Yeah.
He doesn't get in the seat.
Oh, okay. This actually makes sense, like, except for his arms.
Do you remember these guys?
Are his arms supposed to be flapping in the wind?
Yeah, that's fair.
Okay. Do I remember
These
them?
guys were in Jack and Daxter.
They're enemies of yours?
Yeah, they're the little dudes. They're like the little creatures. You jump on their heads.
No way.
Yeah.
The ones that were like produced from those machines that would just
Maybe.
constantly spawn?
Maybe. Like on the ice level when we're like spinning around trying to hit those bumpers.
Oh, okay.
Those little dudes that come out and bite you. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that these are those guys.
Beast of Burden. Jesus.
I love the way the music fades when he talks. It's a really fancy move for this time period.
It's smart though, because the music in this game is really variable. It's super quiet at times, it's super loud at other times.
Yeah, it also uses a multiple overlay system that you don't believe exists.
What?
You know, I always like a version of it where like I pull my gun out and my jet board and you're like, I don't know.
I believe you now. It took
Let's fucking go, Brooder.
Dude, that's the mercenaries feeling when you're sitting in there honking at motherfuckers and get them in your vehicle. And all they want to do is walk around the same pile of rubble over and over again. That's why I like Crackdown. Because in Crackdown, they designed it such that if your character cannot access the door properly, they just teleport inside the car.
Mm.
So that means if you jump onto the hood of a car and hit Y, you'll just appear in the driver's seat.
In what game, sorry?
Pretty sure Crackdown.
Oh, dude.
Oh my god, he actually basically dropped a bomb on his own head because he electrified your vehicle and then down it came.
I believe Crackdown 3 may be canceled.
What?
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah.
I didn't realize it was in development, but I
mean,
assumed it was coming.
I told you several times on the show.
That Crackdown 3 was coming?
Yeah.
Yeah, but there's lots of games coming. I can't remember them all.
I would expect like the sequel to a game that we've played 2 versions of. Is there any other game other than this that we've played 2 in the same series?
I don't think so. Oh, yes. No. More than 2? No.
No, sorry, 2.
Yes, Shank.
Oh, right.
Which was a great playthrough, both of them.
I mean, relative, sure.
I
For
like
its
this.
time,
I like the style, the side-scrolly battling style.
What I mean is I don't think that Let's Play is as good.
Oh.
Right, is what I'm saying.
Sorry, yeah, I was referring to the game.
No, I don't think these aren't games to me.
These are television shows.
These are pallets. Why would you disarm me? Oh, look at this guy.
Oh, hey, Bonker.
Oh, he's got the hair voice.
He would make a lot more noise than that with a mouth that size.
Oh, you think it would be like a hugely bellowing noise, like a bird?
I think it would actually be more like the guy who gave you that mission in the first place. I think it would just be... No, it was given to you by the fat guys. That's not Crew, is it?
Yes, it is.
It is Crew?
Yeah.
What's the name of the guy in the third game?
Oh no! You see that?
Oh man, it's looking bad.
What guy in the third game?
Cleaver in the third game, the guy who gives you the cars.
Right.
Pretty sure that's his name, or Creever, or something like that.
Yeah, I think Cleaver's right.
Cleaver
with a
might
K.
be, yeah, Cleaver with a K. That sounds about right. Yeah, I think it should be more like Crew. You know, he sounded way too happy and jolly, but I guess this game is cool because it always does that. It mixes like dirty, gritty gameplay with this like happy, fun-loving sort of cartoon style.
It's like Blade Runner meets Episode 1 of Star Wars.
Kind of.
Where are we in the episode? I just noticed that you looked for the clock.
We're about 18 minutes in. People at home will know whether or not that is an accurate estimation.
That reminded me of the of those like people like this will hate you. Like you know what I'm talking about.
You're just talking about clickbait essentially, right?
Yeah. It's like banks hate him.
I've heard a little more about those types of ads recently, where you know, like you won't believe what they look like now. Apparently, the point of those is to get you caught in a never-ending loop.
Yes.
I thought the never-ending loop was just shitty design.
No, it's very well put together.
It's perfect design, actually. Yeah.
So that you never actually get to what you're actually after.
And
that's the problem.
It takes such a level of control and maturity to just say, I don't care. Even if you do.
I just laugh at those. Like I take them for like what they are, and I'm just like, I kind of like give it like some sarcasm, where it's like, you won't believe what she looks like, and I'm like, you're right, I wouldn't believe it.
But what about when it says something like, you know, you won't believe what these people are doing with your tax money. And you're thinking, oh, I would actually like to know that information, but I can tell that is clickbait.
I've never seen one so well composed, though. Most of the time,
I know,
it's like
because
this crazy fucking skin cream.
I know, it's because I just made it up. No one would ever make that
into an otzel.
Because that's too specific. If you made something that specific, you'd be accountable for it. I feel like
no,
people would actually want to know. Whereas when you put like,
not on the internet.
You're right, and you know what? People don't care.
Oh, I have the jet board.
People would rather know who looks like what and what foods.
Me?
Oh, it's one of those dudes.
But why can he hurt me in the water?
The water might have been hurting you.
Oh, maybe.
But you were riding on it, so that shouldn't have happened.
Yeah, are you fucking seeing this shit?
Yeah, that makes sense.
I'm doing this shit, and I don't even believe in this. This is actually really hard to do.
It's kind of hard on the head, actually.
Oh, hey.
Well, look at that. We get to drain the swamp.
And then I have to ride it down. Whoa. Hey. I think there's a precursor orb over here.
What's up?
Oh, no. That's the thing that I need.
Oh, that's what you're actually, like, the mission's about?
Yeah. The speed run of this makes the whole thing seem very easy.
That actually is kind of cool. You see those turbines we went by, right?
Yes.
That actually makes sense. A lot of the obstacles in this game are very clearly put there just to get in your way. Those turbines would, I mean, it doesn't make sense why those ones are spinning. The ones that aren't in the water.
Is that how turbines work?
Well, they're spun by the water. That's how they generate electricity. So it actually makes sense that you would be going past these turbines. In the first game, I felt like it was just, you know, well, if we don't put turbines in, it'll be too easy for people to get past.
Well, that's what it was, so.
Yeah, those don't make sense. Those bottom ones.
You know what doesn't make sense? So fucking sick I am.
Don't touch me, I'm sick.
I've never heard that one before.
Oh man,
that's so funny. Is that something your buddy used to say in college?
University, yeah. Anytime he was, you know, really on fire with beer pong or something like that, he would literally put his hands out to keep people away from him. Don't touch me, I'm sick. Oh my god, that's wordplay right
sorry,
there.
I said college. I know you went to real people's school.
But in the States, I feel like when people hear college, they just think post-secondary. Whereas here, when people hear college, they think of a totally different establishment.
Really?
Yeah, because in the States, there's some colleges that are top level.
Like Humber Business College?
Pretty sure that's Canadian.
Oh, okay.
It's pretty certain, actually, that it's Canadian. But I believe that Brown is a college, which is like a really... Yeah, it's Brown. Brown College.
Just the way you said it, it was like No, blue is a
So is
flavor.
purple and
Brown is a
green.
college.
But yeah, evidently I heard from a buddy of mine. This is one of those like hearsay things I've never checked out.
We call those anecdotes when you're an adult after you've graduated university.
What do I call it? Hearsay?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think this is definitely not an anecdote because it didn't happen to me. But apparently,
No, when people tell you facts based on their personal experiences, it's an anecdote.
this wasn't even his experience. This was like something he said he read.
Okay, well, okay, fine then. I'll let you finish before I like.
Apparently, what divides a college and university in the States is the number of books contained in the library.
Which is strange.
It's very strange.
Here,
but
it's based on the type of learning.
yes, it is. Generally, college is more practical, and university is more theoretical.
Oops. Which is funny.
I've even heard from some people that they're somewhat reluctant to hire master's and PhD students because they're worried those people will be too theoretical. Because, you know, you would ask them like, hey, I need you to do this thing. And they say, oh, okay, let me pull up my board. I'm going to do a drawing. And you're, no. Like, I know what I want you to do. There's no theory. I just need you to go do it. You know? Have you ever met those types of people who create work for themselves? Too smart for their own good?
Absolutely. No, actually, I don't know anyone who's too smart.
Too smart. Yeah, I never had that
I know
before.
way too many people who are way too dumb for everyone else, or they're too smart for everyone else.
Yeah,
That's
too dumb
more
for everyone
common.
else's own good.
Yeah.
Oh. Thank you for joining us.
Yeah, I guess we could say thank you.
Next time, sword? Next time, torn?
Maybe next time I spend more than 90% of the episode speaking louder than this.
No. Stick with it.
I can't decide. I don't know how I feel. That's a bronze ass fucking car. It's also not a car. That is a oh fuck! I almost walked into a cinematic.
Bro! What are you doing? I'm not supposed to be like, no! Bro!